On a really positive night at what could have been a tricky place to come. What pleased you the most about what you saw?
No, it could have been a tricky place to go. It is a tricky place to go because of their fans. But definitely also because of the players they have and the manager they have. They have always a very good idea of how to play. And we had to be really good today to beat them, and I think that's what we were. Already in the first half there were 3, 4, 5 moments where we took the ball off them and we should have done better in the counter-attack. And on the ball we were very positive again today. But we generated less chances than we did Saturday. But now we scored 3, and then everyone probably is much more positive than when you create 5 times as much chances on Saturday, but you only score 1.
Yeah, how pleased were you though to have got that second and the third goal to kill the game off? Maybe something that you would have liked to do more this season.
Yeah, definitely. In the last 13 games where we've been unbeaten, we've only been 54 minutes behind. In all the other games, almost we went a goal up. But we gave away that lead somewhere during the game. And today, again, I think we had much earlier in the game the chances to finish it off. One of the best examples was when we hit the bar or the post with Hugo Ekitike, and in a counter-attack, they almost scored the 1-1. Now, in our season, you would have expected that ball to go in. So people could complain a lot about us again. But today, we probably deserved what we got. And we weren't unlucky as we've been so many times this season.
What's the key now to using this victory and going on a consistent run of winning games?
I know so well why we're not consistent. And that has mainly to do with when a game is more open, when tactics are involved, when players can play through the lines, when they can show how good they are. That's a completely different game than against the low block. You need completely different quality against the low block. And in a low block, it has not so much to do with what you prepare before the game. You just have the ball a lot. You get in the final third and something should happen. I think Pep said something very good about that, what I've said 15 times this season already as well. What the importance is of facing a low block. And you cannot compare that with a game tonight where both teams want to play out from the back, where both teams want to press. And every game we've played this season when this was the situation, we've played very good games. We've lost at City, we've lost at Chelsea. But many of these games we got results. But our reason why we're inconsistent, if you want to call 14 times unbeaten inconsistent, then that has all to do with us struggling against low blocks.
Well, the win tonight does mean that the Champions League table is looking nice. You're into that top 8. How important is it that you stay there to avoid those extra 2 playoff games?
Not very important because people can see, I think, what a squad we have. So we have 3 players out with long-term injuries. And we already were not the squad that had the most players in the start of the season compared to our competitors. So yeah, it's almost crucial for us that we don't have to play these games, because I just said we've been so many times going a goal up. And maybe, I don't know, I don't think that's the biggest reason, but if you every time have to play the same players, the same places because of the amount of players we have, then it might be that in a few times players were a bit more tired than they would be if we could rotate them a bit more. But every team has this during a season, that you have to rely on the same players, and that's with us recently as well.
What are your feelings about the game?
We didn't play well. For sure, we conceded the first goal in a bad way, you know. In the second half, the game was in open space, and we know the qualities of the attackers of Liverpool. We created 2-3 very clear chance in the second half. We didn't score, but we didn't play best game.
You conceded just before half-time, which must have been a big blow, but you're right, the first 20 minutes of the second half, if one of the chances had gone in, would have been a different game, you think?
It could be, but I have to put my focus on the quality of the play, the quality of the game, you know. we didn't attack in the right way. We didn't understand the space where we had to play. In the first half was clear Pavard alone because Etikite was on Balerdi, and Pavard was alone all first half. We lost some dangerous ball in the first half, and we didn't play well. And Liverpool is always a big team.
Trying to find a little bit of a positive spin, but you seem quite down because it was a game that perhaps you expected more, but you still got a chance against Club Brugge.
Yeah.
What's to do?
We have to win the game. If we want to qualify for the next level, we go to try the condition to win the game. I think we have the quality enough, but we have to play better.
So the free kick comes in. It's been a tight first half, and you think, I just hope they jump.
Actually, I knew they jump. So I got told that if they jump and they don't put nobody, to lay down, then I should try it. And I tried it and it worked. So yeah.
But it was important because it was the first half was tight. There was not much difference between both sides. And it was difficult for you to find gaps in their defence.
Of course, we scored obviously an offside goal with Hugo, but we knew that they are incredible team. Try to keep the ball, and that's what we were waiting for. Maybe to force them for mistakes, to press them as much as we can, and I think we did quite well. They really couldn't create any chances in the first half, I would say, because we were organized, we were running, we were keep on fighting, and that's what makes us special, I think.
And sometimes you have to suffer in the first 20 minutes of the second half. That's what you did. You were suffering, but you seemed comfortable as well and confident that your moment will arrive.
Yeah, for sure. You have to suffer in every game, especially when you play against a team like this with an unbelievable players, also unbelievable coach. I like him a lot, how he plays in every team where he's coaching. So yeah, but we find the way to score, and then we just clap the clean sheet.
What is it like to play at the Velodrome?
That's unbelievable. I knew it. Only from the TV, to be honest, and I got told many times from a couple of friends who played here already that is unbelievable, and I have to say really that's really crazy, one of the best I ever played in. So they keep on supporting them, and yeah.
Finally, you just won an award that I give from today. You're the most elegant player I know.
Most what?
Elegant. You must have been told 100 times, but it's so wonderful to watch you play when you're in full flow.
Thank you very much. I just keep trying to do my best, being everywhere, running, also trying to keep the ball as much as I can, be involved in the game, give passes, and yeah, score goals.
Finally, Carabao next, so you get something there, even a draw is enough to be top 8.
First, we travel to Bournemouth in the Premier League, so we focus on this one, and then we can talk about Carabao again.
Thank you. Is that the table? Are they showing you the table, Tim? Yeah. And what are we seeing?
Well, we're still in the right place. I think we just have to focus on our next game, get the points, and then we'll be fine.
The next game is against Bruges, and they need the points as well, yeah. So it feels like a final.
Yeah, so you're going to have to go to war. That's what Champions League is about. You're playing the best, so we have to make sure that we have the level, and it's a tough one to swallow tonight. But
talking about the best, I think you've seen perhaps the best Liverpool of the season. Yeah. How difficult was it to try to stop them?
It was a very difficult game. I thought that I feel like technically they're amazing, so you kind of have to match that. I felt like second half we came out pretty strong, and then that second goal kind of brought the energy down, and it's just a shame. I think they were better tonight, and we just have to get back into training and focus on our next game.
Actually, there was that period, wasn't it, with 2 chances from Mason Greenwood and then a couple of opportunities more, which, if it had been converted, you think it would have turned the game?
Yeah, most definitely. I think we would have had the momentum after that. But, as football, some days you have to take your losses, some days you have to take your wins. So we just have to, stay focused, keep the energy high, and, focus on getting the next points in the next game.
How target is it to actually do well in Europe? How important is that part of the plan?
It's very difficult, obviously, especially with the schedule that we have. We're playing, tough games in the league and then tough games in Champions League. So you have to make sure that you're super professional on how you take care of your body and how you work during the week. So I mean, it's tough, but that's what we get paid for. So we have to show it.
Virgil, how is the feeling tonight?
Good performance, good win. Important because obviously we want to be in the top 8, so it was a big step forward today. And good evening. Now we recover and play in 3 more days, I think, was it? 3-4 days. Bournemouth away, so on to the next.
What did Liverpool better than Marseille, in your opinion?
Scored 3 goals.
Only this? On the pitch,
No, I think the performance for us. I look obviously at our performance. I think we were good with the ball, without the ball. I think we defended well. I think we could have played maybe some chances better out, but overall I'm very pleased with the performance, and we'll go back home tomorrow and then on to the next.
And what happened on the first goal of Szoboszlai with the wall? Because I saw Alisson Becker telling something to the players. What happened?
The wall.
Have
jumped.
you seen it?
Well, the wall jumped, and
Alisson placed the wall, no? He didn't, because we saw this.
I think he always does something, and to help us obviously try to score a goal. And I think that was not the reason why we scored it. I think they didn't have someone behind the wall laying on the floor, so obviously the chance is then there if they jump high that the goal can stand, and that's what happened.